Alright, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I hate packing peanuts, but here we go. I have a camera here. It's a customer's camera. And it is an MX, or a MX. Let me turn that on. That helps a little bit. Yes, this is a customer's Pentax MX. This is black, and it is looking clean. The black MX I have is nowhere near as nice. Yeah, so this arrived just now. Frame counter resets. Very, very clean camera. I mean, this is just in pristine condition. Just check. Viewfinder's pretty clean. I'm probably going to clean out the focus screen. There is some stuff there. This seems to be working okay. Customer said that this was experiencing some lagging issues on the slower shutter speeds. That is pretty common, to be honest. Nope. Okay. 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 Well, okay. Okay. This is going to be a very inconsequential video here in a moment if this doesn't start messing up on me. Do, and then go down to okay. Well, I'm gonna review the message again while we're sitting here, because I was under the impression that it was having Pentax MX body off eBay and the mirror is getting stuck at low shutter speeds. Light seems sealed, pretty much gone too. How much do you charge for CLA? Okay, so here's the problem. I'm not, maybe it's because I'm firing at. This usually does happen. Okay, well, if it's not going to break, I'll just show you what usually happens. So, I love the Pentax MX, probably more than anyone else does. But it does have some known errors in it, and I'll be the first to admit that, because no camera, no person is without flaws. And the problem with these primarily is the slow shutter speed mechanism, basically. I've talked about this before, but it's essentially like, imagine the gears on a bicycle. When you switch gears, whatever the size of the gear is going to kind of control the amount of power you get, or whatever, the amount of cycles you have to cycle before moving. So it's kind of the same story with this, but the difference here is that the timing mechanism sits about right here. Okay, that's right in this little deal. You can kind of see it advance, and then that whole system moves. And as I adjust the shutter speeds, you can hear the clicking. You can see that this is selecting the different gears, the different spacings on those gears to adjust the shutter speed. And it typically engages on mechanical cameras such as this. Don't want to lose that. It engages at about 1/30th of a second. 1/60th tends to be the mechanical speed of a lot of these systems. Don't ask me why, that's just kind of what it is. And then the faster speeds are controlled by other mechanisms. But the slower speeds, typically, the whole thing is reliant upon this producing enough torque to not only maintain the timing of which you selected, but then also to run that and then also be able to trigger the other mechanism in order to discharge the mirror fully, and then also in order to feed the the second curtain back, if that makes sense. So typically when you fire it, what we're doing is we're advancing the curtain and we're firing it so the mirror goes up, one curtain goes over, and then the timing mechanism is holding this curtain back. And then when that disengages, it needs to have enough torque to push all of that back and then drop it. And over time, due to the kind of smaller nature of this mechanism and how exposed it is and how mechanical it is, basically can gum it up to the point where it might not work as accurately. And that's typically what happens. So I always recommend just kind of flushing this out with like a little bit of alcohol and one of these deals, very small amount of alcohol, and just doing one of those, get it all dried out, and that will typically help just kind of clear it out. And then sometimes you might need to apply a little bit of oil. However, I'm not noticing any significant issues with this. I'm going to probably do more testing throughout. I might record a follow-up video to see if I see any problems. I'll test the shutter speeds and see how that works. And I will do a shutter speed testing video soon. I have many videos recorded, but I want to do a better one than I have. So I'll figure that out. But the point being is, I think this is all good. But if you are having an issue with your Pentax MX, this is typically where to look if it's the shutter speed timing. But other than that, that's pretty much it. This is just a astoundingly beautiful camera, and I'm really stoked to be in its presence. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please comment down below. If you are trying to do this repair yourself, I would be very hesitant, be very careful, because a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of oil, all of that goes a very, very long way. So don't just be dumping stuff in here, because you're more than likely going to thrash your camera before you fix it. So be careful, and yeah, don't goof up. But yeah, thank you for watching. Comment any questions you have down below before you jump into this yourself. I'll try to get back to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.